Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَنْظُرُ إِلَى صُوَرِكُمْ وَلَا إِلَى أَعْمَالِكُمْ وَلَكِنْ يَنْظُرُ إِلَى قُلُوبِكُمْ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't look at your forms and the postures you're doing and the actions that you're doing. He doesn't care about that. He looks at your heart. Where is your heart when you're doing these actions? The point is not the movement of your body. That's no point. It has to be of a certain movement, obviously, otherwise everybody will make up their own prayers, right? So that is there, that does have to be, but that's not what Allah wants to look at. That's just basic requirements. It's really to see how humble your heart is and how submissive your ruh has become. So that's why he says that. So he wants to make sure that your main focus becomes that I'm establishing this new prayer for Allah. I'm not just putting down a few sujood and a few ruku'. You want to try to fulfill all the rights of salat, the external rights and the internal rights. And that actually starts from wudu. How good is my wudu? It starts from there because that's all preparedness for it. So in Arabic he uses the word iqamatus salah as opposed to just salat. Iqama means establishing the prayer, like putting a foundation in and building it up. So the word iqama, it means to make something stand. It comes from the concept of qiyam. Qiyam means to stand, right? And iqama means make something stand up. Erect something. So you are erecting a proper prayer in every aspect of it. Not just the form of it, but the internal aspect and every other aspect of it as well. Because that's why he says that La wujud as-salat min ghayri iqama. If you just suddenly bring a salat into existence without actually properly erecting it with all of its substance and everything, then it's going to be maytatun khawiyatun. It's going to be desolate. It's not going to have any spirit in there. فَهِيَ إِلَى الْعُقُوبَةِ أَقْرَبُ. I'm praying, man. He's saying that it's going to be more closer to being worthy of punishment. He's saying like I'm praying at least. There's a lot of people who don't pray. He's saying that when you rise up to that level, your standard becomes different. Your standard becomes different. So yeah, you want to be at that standard because you're closer to Allah. You just need to rise. Don't take this as like, hey, I should go back to the other standard. Like at least I'm better than those guys who don't even pray at all. They say that if you want to establish the prayer, you have to make sure you fulfill all of its obligations, all of its limits, all of its conditions. And you have to, the main thing of the prayer is that you must try to maintain and develop that internal connection with Allah in your prayer. That's the only way you're going to actually have a proper prayer, is if you develop that internal connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because the outer form of it, that's everybody can do. But the struggle is how you internally connect as well at the same time.